Hello everyone! Let's continue working with the waistcoat. The front neckline, the facing, the armholes, and the back neckline are already stitched. Notice that there's usually no welts on the back neckline in the classic waistcoats. Lining should start right from the edge. The first shoulder is ready. It looks good both from the wrong and from the right sides. Now I'll show you how to do it. I remind you that the edges of the back details of the shoulders were not stitched. We put two small marks in the places where the seams end. Next, we need to pin the two details of the shoulders to each other. You need to be very careful and attentive when sewing. I'm not talking about this particular item. I'm talking about sewing in general. Now we can tack the details. We're tacking the front and the back details of the shoulders together. Notice that we don't tack the back lining. We'll show you how it should look like when we finish tacking. This is how the shoulder seam looks like now. Let's stitch it. Do not forget that you shouldn't stitch the back lining. I know that you can read about these techniques in the books, but the thing is that it's better to see how professional tailors work. It's their occupation, not hobby. Be very careful. Do not stitch the lining. The last time I was doing it, I stitched the back lining too, so I had to remove the stitching and do it once again. I prefer to work accurately, but of course sometimes all of us make mistakes. I'm not an exception. We can remove the tacking now. This is how the seams look like from the right side. Perfect. This is how it looks like from the wrong side. This is what we need to do next. Press the seam this way and then fold this part and stitch it by hands. I'll show you how to do it. Let's go to an ironing task. First, we need to cut the angles. Now we can hide the seam inside and iron it. Press it this way. Do not iron the upper layer of lining. Have a look here. Now we need to cover the seam with this layer of lining. The technique is actually not that hard. You just need to know what to do. Now we need to sew this seam by hands. Be very careful and attentive. Make small stitches. The seam shouldn't be seen from the right side. Notice how we work. We're not going to show you how we sew the whole seam. The result will be the same one as on this shoulder. We've already showed you the most complicated moments. I'm not going to show you how to stitch the bottom of the item. You already know how to do it. That's all for today. I've showed you some very useful techniques. This waistcoat will help me be different and beautiful. I really hope you like it. Remember that practice makes perfect. My name is Irina. Subscribe to my channel. Goodbye.